infection ng Par-Angius strongylosis, they can cause meningoencephalitis. In short, they actually invade the nervous system. The intermediate host is actually slugs and snails and Achatina pudica. The natural host actually is what we call now the rat. The Rattus rattus or Rattus norvegicus. Kaya, man is considered to be accidental host. After that, this was first described by Chen in 1935. That is in Canton, China. Man is served as an accidental host. Morphologically speaking, the female looks like this one, yung Barber's fold pattern. Why? Kasi makikita mo yung uterus ng babae na parang, of course, arranged in that particular Barber's fold na dito nila pinuha. Alam niyo ba ang Barber's fold? Dito nagsimula ang phlebotomy. Okay? May history yan sa phlebotomy. And at the same time, this is actually your Par-Angius strongylosis adult. So medyo mahaba. Tapos makikita mo yung parang Barber's fold inside the parasite. Then this is actually the male adult. The male adult actually is pale and filiform, and they contain caudal bursa. And they have the kidney shape and single lobe, yung kanilang bursa in our male of the Par-Angius strongylosis cantonensis. Sa female naman, it has a uterine tubules, tapos yung uterus niya arranged in Barber's fold pattern. That is your Par-Angius strongylosis cantonensis. Now, the mode of transmission. Makikita mo that man is an accidental host. By doing this one, ingestion of the mollusk, ingestion of the L3, ingestion of the green leafy vegetables na doon yung infective stage, or ingestion of paratenic host na nandun yung ating L3, we can acquire the parasite. Remember, man is an accidental host. Pero ito ang problema natin, may paratenic host. Kapag nakain ng host, halimbawa crabs yun, kinain niya yung L3 at kinain mo din, pwede kang magkaroon ng infection with Par-Angius strongylosis cantonensis. Okay? Next, and drinking contaminated water. Kaya makikita mo dito, guys, the life cycle. Eggs are hatched in the lungs and first stage larva can be passed in the feces ng ating Rattus rattus. After that, yung larva na yan, pwede makain ng snail. Then after that, this larva can be acquired. Halimbawa, sabihin natin, naging develop into L3 sa snail. At pag kinain niya yung snail, or nakain niya yung larva, na contaminated food, for example, that's the time man become accidental host. And that can lead to eosinophilic meningoencephalitis. The main target of the parasite is actually meningoencephalitis. That's actually the nervous system. And yung ating Angius strongylosis cantonensis, for eosinophilic enteritis naman, for Angius strongylosis costarricensis. So dalawa sila. Yung isa, meningoencephalitis, yung isa, costarricensis. Okay? Next. So this is the life cycle. Makikita natin dito that once we ingest the larva or L3, accidentally, pwede sa pagkain or pwede kung saan, sa paratenic host, that's the time it will lodge in the nervous system. Humans are incidental hosts, and the passage of larvae in humans has never been documented. But definitely, it can able to migrate in our nervous system. That is actually, of course, your Par-Angius strongylosis cantonensis. At dito naman yung letter B natin, Angius strongylosis costarricensis, wherein it will able to cause eosinophilic enteritis. So yung letter A natin, kapag andito siya, it causes eosinophilic meningitis or meningoencephalitis na kung saan mataas ang number of eosinophils in the CSF. At yung pangalawa, mataas din ang eosinophils in the stool, causing mesenteric enteritis. So makikita natin dito, kahit na accidental host ang man, there is still the probability that infection happens to man. Okay? So that is your Par-Angius strongylosis cantonensis. Sir, can we rule out DFS here? For Par-Angius strongylosis cantonensis, no. They will able to perform CT scan or CSF lumbar examination. They will check for the presence of eosinophils. But ruling out the parasite is difficult in the CSF. Pag halimbawa sabihin natin, lumala yung sakit ng pasyente suffering from par-andus nodulus cantolensis. Costarricensis, mas okay pa yun kasi enteric infection lang. Let's have Dracunculus medinensis. Ito yung, umiiyak yung mga African. Why? Sobrang sakit. Kaya tinawag siyang fiery serpent worm.